Test. Good afternoon. How are we? We get the YouTube. There we go. Some people join up. Show the GC strategy. Unable to get one. Yeah, I got you. Dude, the GC strategy, man. It's been. I don't know if it'll ever stop. I just don't know. It's like the most unreal strategy. The account's at 89 now. I don't even know, and then it's in another unreal. This month, $2,800. Let me go. $5,400 now. It just had a $2,200 trade. Insane, man. And it's in this one. I wish the volatility wasn't so much, but this one, honestly, I don't know why. We've been having this go since early December. I don't know why we haven't put it on a prop account. That's kind of dumb. That thing would have passed the prop in like 2 days. Or more, faster, probably not. It's just unreal. The live account has been chilling over 1,000, been in and out of trades. It had some decent MCLs. The M6 strategy, I'm thinking about switching out because it's been all over the map. It did really well at first, and then you had that big news spike, and that changed up how the strategy is trading. So we'll continue to watch. We might update the strategies today. Not going to put it on the GC. I wish GC had nano contracts. The micros on GC are just way too volatile right now. It exits based on some of them have exit conditions. This specific strategy doesn't. So when opposing signal triggers, it exits that trade and enters the opposing signal. But guys, we got Forex running. We got Forex running through webhook trade. Had to adjust the sizing. I didn't think it was calculating a contract or actual base unit size. Just the sizing, and it's been running. It's just been running a strategy that literally takes a bunch of trades. So that's sick. I got it running on Awanda here. Just to see if it works on demo. And it does. So it works on MetaTrader, so you can use it with CFD firms if you want, prop firms if you want. We may, some point soon, set up a prop firm with a strategy on the CFD side. But webhook trade, this one's by far the easiest setup. Well, we can probably go over that later. But webhook trade is definitely the one for the MetaTrader connection. Super clean. Yes, we created the indicators, not me. Our team did. We got TradingView Premium because Like, we need to go over, definitely need to go over some other ways of like doing further back tests on the strategies. I think that's super important. I don't know why. I must have had that one saved with this. I'm just gonna pull in all those indicators. Hold on. But technically, you don't need TradingView Premium. It's really if you want to get really advanced with the strategies from the AI. Let me add the indicators real quick. I'm just going to add all the back testers and then add all of the indicators as well. Where is it? Price action concepts, oscillator matrix. Okay. So I'm gonna hide all the back testers for now. Leave these up. Oh, there's 2 of these. I'm gonna save this. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Those of you that are tuning in. How do I connect it to MT5? We're gonna hopefully we have a referral code for you guys soon on Webhook Trader, but for now, just Webhook Trade. You can get a free account over there. We could probably get a discount for you guys at some point. Just bear with us. We're connecting with them. Webhook Trader is the easiest. I mean, because you just paste in the code. So the one thing you need to note, and I'll probably make a video on this. We will have templates for different platforms like this, but when you're copying when you're doing the JSON, the biggest and most important thing is to action according to strategy. Units you can leave; it's going to just be based on the strategy. Take profit. This is up. You can add that in here if you want, but you need to enable flip here. Very simple JSON payload. So when you enter that into the into an alert to trade on your MT5, you have to switch out the brackets. It's the only thing. So like you'll notice here, the default gives you these brackets. You just have to either, all you do is if you just highlight this, strategy order contracts, go into insert placeholder and replace that with this strategy. Sorry, which one was it? Strategy order action here. Replace this. Strategy order action, you just replace it. Make sure has it within quotations here. You could just highlight this. The ticker one we would replace as well. Make sure that's in line, and it is. And then the size here, you can just get rid of this and then just put a 1. And that would trade 100 units, like typical Forex. So 1 trades just 100,000. Sorry, 100,000. Yeah, once that it's that simple. Once that's set up, it'll fire the trades through the AI. Think easy channel. Man said, what are the best indicators in your point of view? It comes down to your trading style. I personally like the oscillator matrix the most. I think the oscillator matrix, in my opinion, is probably the most. When you compare the money flow, I'm just always been an oscillator guy. When you compare the money flow and all that together, when you're looking at the actual structure of how the market's trading, it can really help you identify clean trends. And then that and the price action concept, super solid. Those two together. I appreciate that, Charles. Thanks for joining, brother. So yeah, as you guys know, now we do have the AI in which you can find strategies based on LuxAlgo features. So essentially, all the premium features that we offer, right? They're all embedded into the LuxAlgo AI. The AI fully understands every single feature across all the toolkits. So, like, any feature that's involved in this toolkit here is in the AI, and it's created millions of strategies using different combinations of those features to help you find profitable strategies. So going about it in a systematic way we've discussed it before. I should have touched on this maybe a little bit more in the past, but essentially you're gonna start here. You're gonna talk to it about an asset that you want to find a strategy for. Again, it uses LuxAlgo indicators features. So like, I want to update. I want to update a 6E strategy. What I usually start with here is I'll ask, give me a profitable 5-minute strategy. You can do the 5-minute, 15-minute, or the 1 hour that trades 6E. Now, this is the Euro future, so it also has strategies for the Euro USD, for gold, any Forex stocks, crypto, all the major assets you can get strategies for. I have an account that trades futures right now. This has the lowest, really low margin, which is nice. So finding one for 6E is good. The first thing I would also recommend is before you're about to look at an asset, go to its daily time frame. See if it's in a it's moving with the same volatility as it has been. Right, we do have Trump as president, so different assets are going to move differently based on what happens in the world. So in this case, you'll notice the euro here had a huge spike recently after it had, about what is this, December, since the end of December. So after a full month of pretty, common volume, if we can pull up a volume here. So we can pull up volume here and see, okay, it had a volume spike, and then actually today it kind of came down a bit, which is nice. So the volatility has been a little higher now. So some strategies that you pull that have been back tested over the past since like last October or further may not be ideal in the current market. You might want to wait a few days before you see another one. So, but the nice part is there's, I think, 100 plus. I would have to count how many assets. There's a lot of assets to find strategies for. So if for some reason that one hit a big spike there, we could look at, like the USD JPY. We could look at the yen. This one, still pretty common on its volume. No volatility spike on that. So what I can do is actually go to I think it's 6J, Japanese yen futures. So we can kind of look here. We did have a spike recently, but the volume is still pretty common. Now, let me extend. Pretty common in how it's done. It hasn't been crazy volatile. So if that was, that's a lower one, I could say the 6J here. So give me a profitable 5-minute strategy that trades the 6J with a profit factor of at least 2, and let's say 50 trades. We can do XAU as well. Burrito, you can yes, you can 100% do that. We actually have a sale going on right now. You can get the yearly for $360. It's 50% off sale. I would recommend, if you're serious about automation this year, getting into it. That's a great place to start. Okay, so here you go. This one does have a 90% win rate. Average winning trades 140, average losing trades 228. The nice part is if we have this trade in micros, it's not a huge stress. What I would recommend from here is if you want to further back test or you want to just trust it, you can. But if you want to further back test, you can actually replicate it to TradingView, which is good, especially if the market's moved. So I would follow these steps. If you sign up for the Ultimate plan, you will get all of these indicators in TradingView. So I can go to the LuxAlgo. I want to pull up the LuxAlgo backtester, the signals and overlays, which is this one. And then it needs the oscillator matrix as well, which we already have. So I would go into the signals and overlays and connect the oscillator matrix. Make sure it says LuxAlgo, oscillator matrix, lucid connector. I'm going to connect that to the toolkit. Put entire history here, and then what you copy this code over. So let's double check on the 90% win rate, how it's performed. Here's the 5-minute, and it'll update. So here you go. So 84% on is what it's saying on TradingView at the moment. There's different things that, let's see, this was from October 7th. This trade is saying from October 7th as well. So this is giving you a 10% drawdown. So the difference here could be the way this is a what you call it, a continuous calculation, contract calculation. So if I go to 6JG, hold on, maybe they moved the 6J. Let's do. I don't know why that didn't pop up that time. 6JH maybe. Let's do H. There you go. 6JH is the current contract. And we can see if it's any different. And it isn't. It looks like the continuous one is calculating more properly than this one. So if you're looking at futures, I would recommend making sure that you go through the different contracts. I know that like natural gas has had a little weird different calculation on TradingView. 6J, the normal one, is lining up pretty well. So we got 84, 39 versus 46. That's because data is on TradingView can be calculated a little differently. But we know that this is been in a trade right now. It's in one of its higher drawdowns. Highest drawdown it had was here at 1100. Right now it's at 1000 in drawdown. So this strategy specifically may not be what we want to watch for. I shouldn't have done that. What we want it to trade in this current market conditions, because we can see it did hold that short a little bit longer. It almost went in profit today. But we can kind of further back this. So now this one tends to wait a little bit longer before it takes profit. So it endures some drawdown. Now you can endure that drawdown with adding risk, right? $1,000 drawdown is not that bad, especially for keeping back risk. So if like on my $1,000 account trading one micro, this would be only $118, and then the average trade would be, like what average winning trade here's $164, so you're about $16 to $17 for micros. That one there was a pretty big jump too. That was $1,500. It'd be $100 something on the biggest trade. So I would always recommend bring it into TradingView a little bit and play with it if you're like really wanting to get in depth with it. This strategy might not be the one for you, even though the risk is not bad in this current market. We'll see where this ends up closing and flipping. When you find something good, you're gonna automate it. Yes, you can automate it very easily from the platform. The AI auto trades work fine. So I've been having this account, not this. Well, this one actually, yeah. This account here has been auto trading since December. I wish it was my real account. The only disappointing one. I should have had it go ahead and trade on a funded account as well. But it's $5,400. I mean, it's had a 60% win rate. Just had a $2,200 thing. Oh, the other thing you can do, by the way, is the nice part on TradingView, you can look at buy and hold differences. So this one right now, if you bought and held since December or since October of last year, you would see that you would be down $4,900 versus up $47. But again, that $1,100 drawdown that's pretty good. 10% versus a 48% gain so far. We can obviously even increase the dating and see how it's performed. A lot of the times, any of these with 50 trades or less is going to be performing in the current price action that's been trading. So some of these, will maybe show that before this quarter or last quarter it wouldn't have done well. If for some reason it doesn't update on TradingView, you do have to go inside the indicator and delete the Unix here, like this, to get further back testing. So let's see what this did since January. I know I found a 61 yesterday, or a CL1 that's been doing good for years. I had some choppy months, but it's been on a nice curve. There you go. So this one has been performing fine since April of last year. So if we were to adjust this date to April, So it's working great in current market conditions, but you know the market's always adapting. So it's, let me see, April of 25. So let's see how it's done since April. What was that start there? 25th, the 24th, until today. So now we can kind of see what the largest drawdown was there. It had 2 back-to-back losers. Looks like 1,800 would have been the largest. So this is more advanced backtesting if you want. So in the current market conditions, right, since April of last year, it's done fine, right? So that's what's fun about the AI is you don't have to, using the AI, you don't have to find strategies that, you know, have been performing since, you know, 2020 or 2021, because you just need to find ones that are performing in the current market conditions. That's something I always like to explain to people. Because you have this technology, you can always find the next best strategy that's performing now. But you can also find strategies that have been performing further back. Like I can ask, give me a, let's do a GC. Let's do 60 minute strategy that has been that has, let's say, a 2 profit factor and at least 100 trades. Let's see if we can find one of those. Again, if you can't find it on the asset you want, then you can, you know, search another asset. If for some reason you look for the 60 minute, the 100 trades on a 60-minute time frame should put us 2 or 3 years ago. Again, I think it's the last 10,000 bars. You can ask the AI. So yeah, here's this one's since 22. Took a minute to get going because I guess this one is more trend following than anything. Let's now ask, how about a win rate above 50%? Let's see. Average winning trade is much larger. Now, gold obviously has been running like crazy, so it makes sense this has been doing nicely just recently. I mean, since 23, it started that move when it started, you know, ramping up. So if it can't find it, it's going to give you details. It's going to ask for a little bit more. So let's say forget the profit factor filter. And let's see what it can, see if it pulls up any for GC as well. And if for some reason GC is not working because, you know, it's specific data or something, you can, you know, look on XAU as well. The nice part about some of these futures is you can actually pull strategies from the Forex side as well. Little crazier back and forth. 58% max drawdown, so we don't like that. Now I can say, give me, how about one with a drawdown of at least, or drawdown less than, let's say 20% for now, because we'll start narrowing it down, and a win rate of at least 50%. See if we can find one. I can show you the one that I have running on this account, or wait, this account here, that's been doing, that has this, and this is a great example of finding strategies that are performing in the current market conditions. This account started at $2,500, is at $8,900 in less than a month. This just the gold market right now is super strong market. If you look at the daily, it's just been having minor pullbacks. It's in a really nice uptrend. And it's been, you know, that's pretty much all it's done. So, you know, every once in a while, obviously on certain assets like Forex base, like currency base, it can be affected a lot by worldly news. Gold can have volatility spikes, but a lot of the time it'll follow the direction. So you could even just trade assets that are, you know, have less reaction to the current market conditions or the current like worldly conditions. Let me see here. Let's go back. There you go. We're getting somewhere. So this one had a 66% win rate. It's been, whoa. This one's 1970. Goodness gracious. Why does that say 1970? Has it been in a trade since 1970? That's the furthest back I've seen. It says, I think the dating's off. Yeah, the times are messing up on this one. It went so far back it was, it was tweaking itself. That's funny. Yeah, but again, bear with us too on if like you're not finding a strategy that you want or anything. I mean, we actually just launched this in November, so I mean, there's millions of strategies. There's a lot of updates coming in the upcoming months as well to make it easier, to give you better strategies, stuff like that. So, again, with something that we're just launching like this, I mean, there's so much opportunity for it. And treating it like a sandbox is our end goal as well. So being able for you to come in and develop whatever you want, maybe at some point, or find backtests based on certain conditions that you want. You can already do that through all the LuxAlgo indicators. So if there's a combination of features that you like, you can actually ask the AI and get those features. But like anything, like when you're building something out, it's fun. It's nice to have users to help us make the AI better. So now's the time to sign up. I have no idea when this thing's gonna get insanely priced, but right now it's only $360. But like I said, like the GC strategy we have set up for automation, the goal strategy we have set up. Let me pull up the traders post so I remember. Monte Carlo indicator, I think so. Go to the library. Let me figure out the subscriptions. So I use Traders Post. Again, you can use code LUX to get a discount over there. I think it's this one. Let me double check. Trade. Let's see. Trade. Oh, I clicked the wrong button there. Let's double check here. Maybe not. This is not it. Oh, this one here. Aha. So look, this that was that buy for 100. Let's go back. The one before that. $2,200. Crazy trade. So essentially, this is what facilitates the trades from the AI. I'm using this one is the Trendline Break Trend Tracer Neo Cloud. So if I go back here, it is the Trendline Break Trend Tracer Neo Cloud. So it's been this one here. I'll pull it up. This is a 5-minute strategy. Again, with it having 58 trades, that's been performing in these current market conditions. This one we can also pull back and see as well how it's been trading. Can you build a strategy based on money flow cross? If you type in you want, money flow cross strategy, it should give you one. Should give you one. So this one doesn't look very good, right? It's like, this one's kind of all over the place. But the results have been phenomenal for it. I mean, this thing has just been absolutely ripping. I mean, it's so funny because of how high. So this is what I always tell people too is, the win rate doesn't matter. It comes down to what is the average winning versus losing trade and that profit factor. What's the profit factor? With the profit factor that high, it's not really gonna matter on that win rate, just because your average winning trade's much greater. So it's almost a 3 to 1 profit factor going into it. So further understanding of the strategy as well, like we said already, you can bring it into TradingView. So this one uses the PAC and the signals and overlays. So this is the PAC toolkit. Let me just bring this over real quick. And these signals and overlays. That was the wrong one. Lucid connector. And then what we're going to do is go 5 minutes. Let's go to GC. Again, if you want to see like instantly updated graphs, pulling it to TradingView is super key. Like these update 3 times a week. So like if you see a current trade that you're in, but the AI is not giving you that trade, it's more than likely because it's hasn't updated yet. So it updates Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let me see. Hopefully at some point we'll have like it updating like in real time, similar to TradingView. Let me see here. What am I missing? PAC signals and overlays. PAC backtester. I gotta turn on signals and overlays. What does it want from the signals and overlays? It wants as the bearish trend line rank bullish tracer, bullish neo cloud. So I got to enable the neo cloud and the trend tracer. So this is a very strong trend following trend following. Here we go. Goodness gracious. If you had this thing trade, oh my gosh. If you had this thing trade minis, you would be up 1,300% on this strategy. That's nuts. We have it trading micros. Let's see the other thing as well. The nice part is when you send the signals, 15,000 and a 1,600 drawdown. But look, but the profitable trades is only 48%. Oh. It's like that again. That doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So yeah, this thing's big on trend following. That's money. Let's see what the buy and hold difference is. It's outperforming gold just holding, boys. It's outperforming gold holding. That's insane. This strategy right here is outperforming gold right now. All brought in from the AI. Just asking for, GC strategy. And it only has 48% profitable trade. I mean, that's insane. You wouldn't think anything could outperform gold. Well, there you go. So just, that's just unreal. The profit factor, yeah, 2.7 is insane. So that's what I was explaining earlier as well. We can do an NQ example, yes. Now what you can do as well is you can further backtest it. But like I said already, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was working last year. It doesn't matter if it was working 5 years ago. Because of the technology of the AI, you can find and update strategies in real time. So, but again, it is nice to have strategies that have been performing in the past as well. So we can go back 100% and look. Let's see if this one was. I found a 6E strategy yesterday that has been performing since like 2022. You got to remove the Unix and the TX here. And then we can go back and see. Let's see how it's been doing the last 365 days. This one, because of how good gold has been performing, maybe been running since then. We'll see. Yeah, you can do some crazy further backtesting. The nicest part, though, about bringing in... There you go. Heck yeah. It's still outperforming. Still outperforming the buy and hold. That's awesome. It wasn't at first. And then it started outperforming it. But... yeah, so you can bring it in, but here's the best part about being able to replicate any of these strategies onto TradingView is within the toolkits, right? I can now go down here and I can start to tweak the strategy in whichever way I want. So I can add in like a trailing stop if I want with like a, let's do 0.4, right? I can start, or 0.5. I can start playing around with the trailing stop, and you'll get a new report from that. Put some spread in the tester and commission. The commission on this one's not going to be that bad. I think per order on this commission's like... This is trading one mini, so... Well, there you go. This one now... 43% win rate, a little bit more of a drawdown, adding in those trailing stops. And then notice on the chart as well, you can see the little trailing stop line here. There's your trailing stop. So you can start adjusting that however you would want. And it allows you to do a lot of adjustments if you want to. So yeah, if you want to get even more fancy with it, let me see what the this is trading MGC. So let's look at subscriptions. So you're looking at $1.29 per side. Let's put on $1.29 per contract. Let me do last 90 days so it loads faster. So you can put on the commission. The nice part is, so there you go, still outperforming. Fine. Let's look at MGC. Well, actually, I can't look at that right now because that's not the cost. So it's still outperforming, but that's if I'm not paying for better. If I can afford to trade, goodness gracious, if I can afford to trade one GC, I'm gonna pay the $1,500 to get the lowest fees. So you'll see on the subscriptions here, I can upgrade to lifetime, and then you're looking at 59 cents per contract per side. So $1.29 there. I could just add in. I could make it 59 cents instead. Goodness gracious. I did not mean to delete that. No. Crap. Why didn't I bring that back? That's so annoying. Hold on. But then you can add that in if you want to do your full calculation. I mean, it's for a gold strategy at the moment, it's pretty minimal just because of how much gold has been moving. Man, I had that such very much in line, so clean. And now it's gone. We had to update. But yeah, no, that's pretty insane that it still was doing it that since last year. So you can automate it from our AI using webhooks very easily. This one, this specific strategy is sending signals to our Tradovate. I'm pissed because it's been doing it on the demo, but just for testing. I mean, I would recommend always testing a little bit. And it's done phenomenal since December. So in this current market condition, been doing great. If I have back-to-back losing trades on this that are like bigger trades, bigger than the biggest drawdown that I've had, then that's when I would probably start considering switching up the strategies, which I want to do actually today on 6E. But it's like the highest loss we had was $450. So if I have a bigger loss than that in the upcoming days, let's say it's $1,000 loss or it's an $800 loss, I'll probably be a little skeptical. I'll be like, okay, maybe we pause it for a second. But again, it comes down to understanding how price is moving. So when you're looking at a daily on whichever asset you want to automate, right? I'm going to delete this volume. I'm noticing that on this daily, it's pretty much doing classic Bitcoin work on gold, but it's, in a very strong uptrend. So this would have to change. I would have to see maybe some structure shifting, some sideways trading or something. Even during some brief sideways trading, the strategy did fine. But I can change the strategy once, we get enough data to fix it. Can you use this in combination with an Apex eval? Yes. Indicator with with the arrows is the signals and overlays. That's our trend following indicator. So let's go ahead and I want to switch out a strategy. There was a strategy I wanted to play around with a bit for 6E, I think. Hold on real quick. Let's see. Let's look at the assets again. What assets do you offer? Okay, so here's all our assets that we offer. You can use any of these and find strategies for it. LuxAlgo.com/chat. Again, if you're serious about automation, go check out the sale we got going on. It ends the 31st, ends the end of the month. $360 for the year. If you want to pay $95 a month, go right ahead. But $360 for the year. These plans might change at some point to where there may be a cheaper cost, but if these plans change and you get access via the premium, then you're still getting the best deal right now, just because you're going to get, regardless, you're going to get the maximum amount that you can get out of the ultimate. So I would recommend hopping on that before things change this year. We're about to add a dozen new features to the AI to make it 10 times better, and we'll be going over that live as well. So make sure you tune into the lives. I want to switch up a strategy, but I know somebody asked about looking at NQ. I haven't looked at an NQ one in a minute, so let's look at an NQ strategy. Give me an NQ. What am I saying? A profitable NQ strategy that trades the 5-minute, has at least 100 trades and a 2 profit factor. Let's start here. I haven't looked at an NQ strategy in a minute. How's the NQ been doing? NQ's been choppy. Very choppy. So let's see if we can find a good one here. Use the order block properly. That's where the AI comes in handy. I can ask, give me an order block strategy for the NQ. Any that use the order blocks. There you go. This is why having this pair with the having the AI paired with the indicators is key, because the indicator understands every single feature that we have to offer. The AI understands every single indicator feature. So then it starts pairing that. So here you go. Here's I couldn't find any based on my criteria there. But if I went through and asked for an order block strategy, it would give you one. Would you like me to broaden the search? Other time frames, relax the trade profit? Yes. Just find one. Just find a profitable. Oh. That uses order blocks. Let's see. Yes, NQ, any time frame. So it'll always ask clarifying questions to make sure it understands exactly what you want. Let's see if we can find us a profitable order block strategy. If that's a feature that you think would be really strong, you could say I want price action and be generic, and it'll try to find you a price action one. How about with at least 50 trades? So if it returns a small amount of trades, just you can ask for better trades, more trades. So this one strictly said bullish OB exited. Now, that doesn't mean this strategy is bad. I could pull it into TradingView and back test it further and see. So far, the winning trade's insane. The only losing trade it had was $75 out of 6 trades. Here you go. So this one's a order block exit. Long trigger, it exits a bullish order block. And the NeoCloud's bullish and money flows below 50. So it's kind of a reversal based strategy. So essentially what this is doing, it's utilizing the money flow as well. So when price for this strategy here, long trigger bullish order block exited, NeoCloud bullish, money flow 50. This is trading on the 60-minute. So go to the 1 hour here. Essentially what this strategy is doing, we pull up the signals and overlays as well. It needs the NeoCloud. It said NeoCloud bullish, money flow below 50. Okay, so essentially what needs to happen is for a trade to occur, the money flow has to be red, right? You have to have red money flow. The NeoCloud has to be bullish, which is this one here. This NeoCloud has to be bullish like it is now. And then price has to enter an order block and then exit that order block. So it bounces off of an order block. That would be its entry parameters. And a lot of times that would be happening coming out of a downtrend. So it's kind of trying to catch the bottom before maybe it makes that upwards move. And you can see here, it's actually been trading quite nicely since October of 22. Okay, let's pull that one in. Let's see this one. So this one needs all 3. Let's see how this one would perform here. You can test that out at luxalgo.com/chat right now. Just go there. All right, so let's play with this one. So this one's, we need the PAC backtester. Okay, so we got that one right here. We need the signals and overlays and the oscillator matrix attached to that backtester. And this is if I want to do further backtesting. This is already doing, it already did backtest since 2022. If I want to do further backtesting or see the most recent trades, you can do that through, TradingView. At some point, it's going to be even, the AI is going to be even more complex. But again, we just launched this in November. And so, we're just starting to build it out. But you can access it now and use it. And it would actually help us with your feedback as well, make it better. So I need to connect the signals and overlays. Lucid, where you at? Signals and overlays connector. Go down the oscillator as well. Connect the oscillator. Make sure those are enabled. It needs order blocks will already be there. It needs the Neo Cloud and is it just Neo Cloud? Yeah, so it just needs the Neo Cloud. I'm gonna copy the code over now. It's already there. Okay, so bullish Neo Cloud, and I have it enabled, right? Signals and overlays. I do have that enabled. So now we're gonna see if it pairs. All right. Sounds good. Oh, this is trading. Whoa. All right, October. Oh, that had 373K profit. That's insane. So this one's since October 22. This one since October 21, 22. Same distance there. Do I have the? I think I have the. Let me double check here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So again, if you don't know how TradingView calculates their forward contract, their continuous contract, that's where you would see maybe some discrepancies, is because it has a different calculation to log the scale of the chart. But again, if it's almost exact, then you're pretty much dialed in here. So it's very, very close to being the exact. But let's see how it would have done. No, not even that. Let's go. Man, let's go back to 2020. This was since 22. This holds some pretty long trades. Let's go to January 2020, January 1st, and see how it did through COVID. So this is where you can bring it in and see, deeper back tests if you want. Oh wait, sorry. If for some reason it doesn't pop up and it still says October, you got to go and you got to delete these lines of code here. And then update. Remember, this is trading one mini contract, so that's a huge, huge move there. So here you go. Since 2020, it has underperformed the market, did come out of the green. It had that first move down until it started in September. So the market, this strategy specifically, was functioning pretty well since September 7th of 22. So it's working in these current market conditions. Now, you can go and sit here and you can I could backtest till entire history since 1799 or whatever if I wanted to. But again, the amount of volume, right? The volatility, the amount of volume, the volatility, and then just overall how the algorithms have traded the market, they change a ton. So having an AI where you can find ones that have been performing in more recent market conditions, like I said already, is more so the key to discovering and continuing to discover the most profitable strategies. So if the strategy didn't work for you, let me copy that code over again. This has been since 22. The other thing we can do, that's a lot of fun. The other thing we can do once it pulls up for me is we can go into its detailed performance. Gimmo. What? Let me there you go. This was it. Let me go to its detailed performance. So now we can look at its performance and start understanding where it might be slacking. So notice the long profit factor versus the short profit factor, right? Much better. Average long profit. Let's see. Now we can go down to trade analysis. Winning trades for longs 13, 12, 15, 7% profitable. Average winning trade 22K. Average losing here is, more than double, right? So what you can also do is you can go into the settings here, and I can start tweaking with long stop losses and short stop losses. So, if I would like the, the long or the short stops to be, a little bit better, I could come in here and say, let's make this. They do currency on points. That could take a minute. Let me do Let me do that first and see something. We're seeing this short one will update here. Yeah, I thought that would be. We can start tweaking with it now. Bringing off zeros. Is that the average? That's the average winning trade. Sorry, I'm looking at this one. Average losing. That put it at 1,000. That's going to really kill it. Wait, let me do price. Let's do... You can start playing with the settings to help you kind of dial in a different strategy. That's pretty much... But you can use the AI as a baseline if you want to get real fancy with it. I would have to recalculate the points on... Let me see. Now I need to know. Should I stop loss on short? 350 points. Okay, so that would be a 7K loss with be 350 points. So if I go to currency, oh, you're right. You're right. I'm on the wrong one. If I go to currency and put, let's do, I don't know. Let's do 175. We have no idea if this is going to help it at all. That's why, having the thing up there. It gave a bigger drawdown. But let's look at the, not list of trades, look at the metrics. There you go. So look at how the stop loss, the average losing trade on the shorts changed to $3,400, right? So now we go back to the report here and we look at it, we're like, is that any better? Actually, it is. Let's go to MNQ. It is better. Forgot this was at a 50K max drawdown. Still insane drawdown. But you're looking at a 2,000% increase versus a 30. Oh, and there you go. A 100% increase versus 33% drawdown. Now what you can also do is you can go. That's if you had a hard stop. If I don't want a hard stop, I could come in and do a trailing stop and start adjusting it based on how it's done. The trailing stop on the shorts would probably need to be tighter based on it letting it run lower. Let's see if that changes anything. They're all going to change. But again, this just can help you over time. See, that made it a lot worse on the take profit. So that short side, let's do a 2 trailing on it and a, I don't know, 1.5 on this. So we can indicate holding on to moves. So this strategy looks like it's more based on swings. So these trailing stops will be a little tight. And there you go. It's starting to die down a little bit. So if we went just crazy and did 10 and then 20. See if we get anywhere near our normal one. You can use it on MT5, yes. There you go. We're getting somewhere. It's still not as good as what we had. That drawdown's a little bit lower. But you can tweak with those. You can tweak with exit conditions. I mean, there's so many settings you can pull from the AI and do some crazy stuff. This is the 60-minute on NQ. But I know a lot of you like the 5-minute one. So let's pull up. Let's do some day trading strategies for the NQ here. I haven't looked at this one in a minute. That one's pretty good. That one's falling off. This one, that's pretty good too. I love the average winning trade on this one. The only problem is it looks like it's flattened out recently. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, let's go back to this one. Average winning trade's pretty close. It does have a deeper draw down. Let's see this one. This one's a 5-minute. Winning trades there. It does have a pretty high. Let's look here. With at least 100 trades and a higher average winning. Let's see if we can get one like this. I don't know what the Darvis box strategy is, brother. I'm sorry. Okay. It didn't return the graph. Let's do this again. Let's pull this into a new chat. What do we close on? Yeah, the CL's coming back a bit. The dang euro has been ripping. We need to update the euro strategy because we had it trade at the worst time. Right when we had that huge spike. Real Pat at some point, man. Hopefully. At some point that's a possibility. But if you want to develop your own strat, you can just bring it into, like I said already, you can bring it into TradingView and you can play with it. Come on. You had it pulled up a minute ago. There we go. What's that? Yeah. Okay, so that average winning's much better. Had a little bit of slight pullback. Let me think here. Any with a drawdown under 15%. Let's say 15% or lower. This one's interesting because look, it makes a run, then it trades sideways, makes another run, trades a little sideways, makes a run. That could be worth bringing over. We might as well. PAC oscillator matrix. Let's see here. It wants the PAC. I'm going to reset. And the oscillator matrix. Connect that over. Those of you asking what we're doing here, this is the new LuxAlgo AI. Allows you to find fully back-tested strategies that are profitable on whatever asset you're looking for or looking for a strategy on. With this kind of technology, it gives you the opportunity to, this one's looking better. It gives you the opportunity to find strategies that are trading well in these current market conditions. That's the biggest thing. Oh, wait, on the wrong time frame, 5 minutes. You can try it out now at luxalgo.com/chat. Again, 50% off going on now, guys, through the 31st. Again, we're have so many new updates lined up for the AI. It's going to get very intense here this year, so I'd recommend signing up when you do have a chance for that discount. Okay, here we go. This is pretty good. Let me see. So what we can do now is we can go, scripted short here. How has this performed? Like this was a decent drawdown on this one. The largest drawdown it's had on the NQ is that. Bring it over to the MNQ. And see. Oh. Either way, this is done. The 2800 drawdown done good. So now let's play with it a little bit. Like I said, let's play with that trailing stop and see if we can get a better result here. We're trying to tweak this one a bit and see if it can be any better. But again, yeah, you can use this as a baseline if you want, or you can have it completely follow those. This one, yeah, there you go. That trailing stop kind of screws you. But we can also have, let's see, what is the average? Let's go back before we do that. Let's scroll down once this updates. For this specific, what is the average? Let me look at the rates here. So the total trades here on long and short, it's way better on the long side. Average losing trade of 350. Average winning trade of 235 and 306 on both sides. Let's see. Largest winning was 1500. Largest losing was 12, so we would probably want to avoid that. The average winning is 266. Let's look at the trades. It just got good streaks. 3 winners in a row. It's currently is it in a? It just won again, yeah. $46. 2 losers, 3 winners. Losers. That was at its peak drawdown. One of its peaks there. It's a pretty choppy one, but you can go back. We can go back through and kind of we could tweak it however we want and see if we can get a better strategy out of it. Like let's just say if we want to do 50 points in TP with a 0.5 stop. Let's see. Is it going to completely nuke it? Yes. Brought that drawdown though, big time. Let's do 100 points. There you go. We're ramping up production here. We're ramping up production. Getting somewhere. Tweaking that strategy a little bit. I don't know. Let's do 150. Oh, there we go. 357. So yeah, I mean that's ways you can play with it if you want to. In my opinion, I just like running it from the AI because it's just easier. I'm just gonna let it. And then I adjust the risk according to its drawdown and all that. Okay. But again, strategies for every major asset. For gold, for... Hey, I'm still going. You can also have these, for like the Euro USD, if you find a strategy, or for, XAU, if you find a strategy, you can have them trade on the future side. You can have them trade in on MetaTrader. Like we have this one trading on MetaTrader right now. It's just a strategy that takes a bunch of trades. I wanted to make sure it was working. But like this one's in a current short on the euro, and it just hit a new high. Maybe they'll manipulate that high and bring us down. But yeah, so you can have that trade. A few pointers too on this: when you're sending alerts through like webhook trade is what I'm using for the MetaTrader automation. You need to make sure you have that size correct. So obviously one contract technically is 100,000 units. So when you send that size, you put that size in the payload, it's going to tell the bot to enter 100,000 of them. You can see here. If you guys trade Forex a lot, you'd probably understand that. But yeah. Sorry, brother. Jason FX. Does it repaint? There's no possible way for it to repaint. Can you tell the AI the conditions of our prop account and have it build a strategy for futures? Well, lucky for you, we have a prop site. If you go to luxalgo.com/prop.firms, or you go to luxalgo.com, hit resources, then prop firms, you can come right here and you can actually see. Let me reload it because those alerts are in the way. You can actually see suggested strategies for those particular firms. Right? If you trade a CFD, you can actually go to challenges. Let's say like FTMO. I can go to strategies here and I can see different assets that FTMO is allowed to trade. And I can find ones, and all of these actually line up with the firm themselves. At some point, I'm hoping you'll actually be able to explore the strategies this way as well. But you can also do it on here. You can, for, funding traders or something, we can go to strategies. And we can see, okay, this Bitcoin Cash one is, wow, this one is phenomenal. So I can actually click on this strategy here. Dang. All right. I can copy this, all right? And I can pull it up in the AI. Let's see if it understands this now. I know before it was having trouble pulling this up, and you can just ask it for whatever else. There's multiple ways to pull it up. You can use that specific one. You can also get the best deals and compare all the challenges on here. So you can compare the costs across all the challenges for futures and for CFDs and get the best discounts. Oh, pulled it up. Nice. So you just send that in here and it'll pull it up. This is since 23. It's a really good strategy. I'm going to save this. I might have this trade on a crypto account. And that's a good growth since 2023. But yeah, so yeah, you can literally, that's the nice part is you can find them there. Again, there's going to be stuff like this that is added all the time. So if when you're looking at strategies for these accounts or whatever, I'm hoping at some point, a lot of Bitcoin Cash ones, I'm hoping at some point you'll be able to explore strategies like this with the AIs as well. For now, it's tailored to finding strategies based on specifics that you give it. But you can also find it, like I said, from there. You could use the prop firm site to maybe find strategies as well. Like I could go to... actually, let me go to that again. I could go to Blue Guardian. strategies. I could search, XAU. It'd pull up all the XAUs. I could look at a 15 minute. Now, all of these are designed to be around their rules as well. They're filtered out to the rules. But you can look at the trade, the amount of trades and everything, which is insane. That's a decent one there. It's a 1 hour. But yeah, for those of you that go on to these futures accounts, right, and you notice it says XAU, right, this is pretty much lining up strategies that you can trade on gold futures. The reason why on here it doesn't display actual futures contracts is because we would have to pay the CME for every eyeball that looks at one of these strategies. They are very strict on giving out their data, quote unquote. So we're trying to figure out a workaround. There's ways that it can be done. It's just this isn't a priority at the moment for like viewing purposes. So again, you can go try out the AI though and find, ES and NQ and all those future strategies on here for now. But yeah, or tell the CME to stop restricting data seeing. We could put delayed data there, and even then you still have to pay. It's a lot. It's crazy. They got a lockdown on data. Yes, it's you can go try it out for free. LuxAlgo.com/chat. You get a few free chats that might change in the future. But also, if you do sign up, you do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just chat with the support. If you haven't already as well, guys, make sure you join the Discord. It is free. Just Google search LuxAlgo Discord. Just type in discord.gg/lux. Or, what's it called? You can go to the website and find it as well. I don't know why that took me forever to think. But I was actually going to say, when you do join, though, please go to the show member list, click on my name, and send me a message if you have questions. I'm happy to chat with you, help you figure things out if you're struggling. But yeah, send me a message there. Or just ping me in the AI chat if you sign up for the ultimate. Or you can ping me in other chats as well in the support or whatever. I'm happy to chat with you guys. Starting to be more active in helping everyone in there with the automation setup and stuff. Now, if anybody is right now that's still on here that's interested in me setting up, let me see. Way back, that's awesome, man. Okay, if anybody's interested right now, would you like me to go through the process of finding a strategy and setting it up for automation? Doing the process of making sure that it could be viable for the current markets. And then if so, if you want me to do that right now, tell me if you want me to do it for futures trading or for Forex trading. And then if for one of those, please type in the symbol of what you would like to do. I'm seeing a lot of futures. Forex there from two guys. Or maybe I guess we'll do it with both. I'm getting a lot of ES on TikTok. Gosh dang it, Jason Roy. Goodness gracious. NQ, XAU, MGC, Gold, and NASDAQ. I'm getting a lot of NQs on both chats, it looks like. I'm ES as well. Okay, well, let's just start with the process here. Let's just do the process first. So we'll start with NQ. If we can't find a strategy we like on NQ, then we'll go to ES, because NQ there has been pretty volatile lately. If you look at the NQ chart, like, look at the 15-minute. This thing has been, like, very much not very pattern friendly. You can already see how crazy it's been. If we go to ES though, let's see. ES, nice, little bit cleaner trends. Yeah, I mean that candle is massive there. Look at that 15-minute candle. A little bit cleaner on ES. ES usually has better strategies because it trades a little better. Or at least right now. NQ is doing great not too long ago. We'll start with NQ. So like I said already, I like to start off with a prompt that says, give me an NQ strategy that trades the 5-minute with at least a 2. Let's start with let's do a 1.5 profit factor, 100 trade. Let's go smaller, at least 30 trades. I want to see how it's doing now. And what we'll do, we'll broaden the search with the 1.5 profit factor, because we can tweak that whenever we want. So we're gonna start with NQ, and we'll kind of work our way around. This was one that we actually were looking at earlier. Let's do this. Can we get a draw down of 11% or lower? Not a full 10%. We'll do 11. Let's see if we get a lower drawdown. We asked it for 30 trades, so it may struggle with that. Do you want me to keep previous constraints? Yes. What video game is this? Honestly, it should be a video game. This is the new LuxAlgo AI, launched back in November. You can find strategies from the LuxAlgo indicators that you know and love. It utilizes all the premium features to generate strategies, helps you find profitable strategies with combinations from those features. So it pretty much, the AI has millions of combinations of all the LuxAlgo premium features, and then it backtests them, and then it gives you profitable strategies that it finds from those backtests. But from the AI, you can actually send alerts for automation, or you can do it from TradingView as well. All right, so it's having trouble with the NQ. So how about on ES? If we're having trouble, it could be just the price action's a little whack, right? We want to find something that fits our parameters. We don't look how fast that was to find on ES. Okay. So ES much better in this scenario for what we're looking for. Dang, that's actually not terrible. The past month's been a little choppy, which is not bad. I had a really nice run there. My worry is that since the December, it's been a little sideways. Let's say, and this one's pretty good though. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just double checking here. How about one that is closer to a 2 profit factor? We could check this strategy out. The recent performance I'm not a big fan of. That's kind of why we're going to further look. But we can go back in and yeah, it's being very precise. How about between 1.5 and 2.5? Let's try that. Now, a lot of you be like, oh, dude, why wouldn't you want a 289 profit factor? I want to see one that is performing with a better curve. There we go. That's a little bit better curve there. Much better. Okay, so it still has that average winning trade. So that's a little bit better curve. Brought that profit factor down to a 2.4. That's much better. All right, so from here, I'm going to save this strategy. Now, what we can do as well is we're going to bring it over to TradingView to double check some things, see how it's been performing, see if it's kind of recovered maybe from this loss. You can see this last one was January 19th. This will update. Wait, today's Thursday. Yeah, we'll get an update tomorrow. We should get an update tomorrow afternoon on the ES strategies, I'm pretty sure. Again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this is going through the millions of strategies, and it's rerunning a back test every time to update the trades. But if you want like real time trade, I mean, you can just, this was from the 19th, and it might still be in a trade. That was the last closed trade it's showing you. So we can go and copy that code, but we need to bring up the oscillator back tester here. I'm already liking it already. I like me that oscillator back test. This is on ES, so I wanted the 5-minute. And then what it wants for the strategy is signals and overlays connected. It uses the confirmation down, uptrend and downtrend, money flow. That's it. So it just uses uptrend, downtrend. Okay. From here, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to connect to the oscillator back tester. It said to connect the signals and overlays. So I'm going to connect that for the signals and overlays, Lucid connector here. And then I'm going to paste that code in that we saw on the replicate. So we'll see how it's been doing a little bit more recent entire history. It's in a, whoa, that just had a huge trade. Heck yeah, nice. Big jump. So it is recovering a bit. This one's pretty good. I hate that TradingView does this now. There we go. So it is recovering a bit. This one's pretty decent. This is trading, right? This is trading ES. So if you do MES, the data may be a little different. Let's see. Yeah, so the data is a little bit different there. Look, viewing the strategy on MES. Now this is where I would recommend that so long as I have it sending signals from ES, it's going to follow the exact calculation of ES. And here as well, this is backtesting on ES data. It's going to follow the exact calculation of ES data, regardless if you have it trade MES. So I can have this trade micros, but follow the ES strategy. You can always do that. You can always do that, which is really nice. So it did have a nice little jump here. If this was trading an ES contract, we're looking at a roughly 7K profit, 1,000, right? $1,042 or whatever on that drawdown. So really good drawdown. Really good drawdown. So let me see as well here. This one, man, that just had a huge trade. A huge trade there. Let's look at that. I want to look at that. How much was that trade? $5,000 trade. Insane. And then about 500 on trading micros. So this is continuing to try and recover that peak, which is good. I can turn on this as well. I can see kind of the drawdown that it had just recently, but not bad. That's pretty good. So from here, if I like this strategy, or if I want to tweak it a little bit, I can actually go into this on TradingView and I can tweak it. Just note that if you want to set it up for automation, when you're tweaking it from here, you have to send the alerts from TradingView for automation. But I can actually do the automation from this thing comes with training. So again, if you do sign up, guys, I would recommend checking out the YouTube. We have more tutorials coming. If you go to the LuxAlgo channel, you will see that we have like the automate features. I give you that's a 42-minute video to break down the whole process of automating features. It does also analyze screenshots as well, so you can give it screenshots of your day-to-day charts, and it will give you that information. If you have questions as well, make sure you join the Discord. I can help you. I can help you walk through the process. But again, we do have videos to help you. There's more coming. I'm gonna have a video soon for setting up Forex automation as well. So now that we like the strategy, we're seeing that even on TradingView, it's good. I want the trades to come directly from LuxAlgo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up an alert for this. Now, You have to have a third party, right? As of now. In the future, you might not, but hopefully, or for now, you do have to have a third party. So we use Traders Post at the moment. Traders Post is nice. They have a lot of brokers that you can connect. So you can connect any of these brokers. Did they add something? Or any of these prop firms, right? So you're going to connect your broker via that. You just log in. It's really easy. You're going to create a new webhook here. Hold on. Let me go back. Create a new webhook on the LuxAlgo website. And then on here, you're actually going to go to strategies, and you're going to click new strategy. Now, what I like to do when I'm setting up a new strategy is I like to copy the name of the strategy so I can be well organized. I'm going to state that it's going to trade micro ES. I don't want it to trade full minis. So that's just the name. That does nothing else but label it. Now from here, I'm going to hit futures, any tickers, and hit save. And then go back to the AI after I go to here. Let me zoom out. So when you do first get it, there you go. Where'd that webhook go? There it is. So right here, it says webhook. If you're doing it on a desktop, it's usually in the top right-hand corner. It's usually over here. But since we're on mobile here, you get your webhook link right here. So you just copy that webhook link on your strategy that you made on Traders Post. I go over this in the video as well. You just paste that in here, and then you have to have a JSON payload for the AI for Traders Post to understand what order to send Tradovate. So if you go to the resources here, you go to the docs, go all the way down to webhooks down here. You'll find one that's a template for Traders Post. And then if you're doing futures, just copy this one. And you bring it in and you paste that in there. So now the next thing you want to do is I want this to trade micro. So I'm going to put an M right here in between the quotations, but outside the brackets. So now that's going to send a signal for this MES strategy, or for this ES strategy. It's going to send it to trade ES, or MES, sorry. It's going to send it to trade micros. And it's going to look something like this. Let me show you. So if you go to the signal, the payload is going to look something like, hold on. Wrong one. Let me do M6E. So when it sends a signal, see, it's going to put that M there. So it knows that it's trading micros. Okay, so that knows it's trading micros. And that would be when you input it here. So make sure you put that M there. Now you can save that here, or you can create another one, and you can have it send to Discord, which is what I like to do. I have a dedicated Discord that's just me for sending a signal into when a trade pops off. That way I get 2 alerts. I get alert from my broker when I enter a trade, and I also have a backup alert on TradingView. I get a log of it here on my Discord server that I just made. You can just create a Discord server and easily make a webhook right here. So it's going to send an alert both sides there. I'll just do the same process. But once you have that created, you got to go back to, so it's for this strategy, right? You're going to go back here, and you got to create a subscription. This is how you connect it to your broker. You make a new subscription. You go to that name that we just talked about, which was this one, right? MES Hyperwave Crossing Under 50. And then you're going to connect it to whatever account that you want it to connect it to. I'll just connect it to this demo one for now. You can do it on a live account. You can do it on a whatever it's called, a prop account as well. You're going to click auto submit. You want it to automatically trade for you. You have to click both sides here and allow side swapping. Make sure you have that fixed, set there. And then here you got to do market for exits and entries, because we want it to enter a trade as soon as this enters a trade. So we need it to enter via market, right? So from there, once you do that, you're pretty much done. You just hit save, and then you hit enable. You just either can click on this disable button or enable down here. And now this is going to trade on whatever account you have connected. Every time an alert fires from here, it's going to trade on your broker. And it sends a signal straight to the broker like this one. Hey, we crossed the 9K mark. So this one's been, that one gold strategy's been trading on this demo account that we tested and set up in a stream a while back. This one's been going nuts. Since December, we've had this one trading $5,400. Unreal. So it's had a 60% win rate. It just had its biggest win of $2,200. And it's currently in another long, man. This is a great market for gold. And this strategy, we looked at it earlier. It's actually outperforming gold. It's insane. But that's it, guys. And then you sit back and you just monitor the trades. And you're good. Can you do this on Webull Robinhood? Yes, you can. How can I get the Discord? Google search LuxAlgo Discord, or just type in your browser discord.gg/lux. My name is Jacob in the Discord. Top right hand corner, show member list. Just click this right here. You can do it for XAU as well. So similar process. Similar for a process for setting up here, like this Euro USD strategy here, right? So this is connected through a website called Webhook Trade. Hopefully we'll get a discount for you guys soon, okay? So on here, this one's actually much easier. Once you connect, hey, we got a new short on CL. Is that on this one? You little stinker. Luckily, did that save it? Yeah, it did. The huge uptrend on ME6 there. I gotta fix that strategy. This lost $2. That's okay. So you can see there, this just sent an alert down here. See this alert right here for MCL? And it just entered another trade there. We'll have to update our strategies soon. But yeah, so sorry for Forex. Once you find a Forex, strategy that you like, Webhook Trade makes it actually really easy. You just connect your MetaTrader account. I know a lot of you guys use MetaTrader, so you connect your MetaTrader account. Trading View alerts here, right? You copy this, but the one thing you have to do is click flip here. Flip means that if we don't have it, you just click flip, honestly. So copy that over. Same situation. You paste it in here, but you have to replace these with our placeholders. Okay, so you'll notice when I paste that in there, you'll see these placeholders are a little different than what we do. So here, ticker here, I'd go in here, find ticker. I would replace that. Now it'll still say invalid. It's because ticker here is not correct. It needs just one set of commas. Same for strategy order action. Strategy order action, bang. That's replaced. Highlight the whole thing. This one needs to know the size. If I wanted to trade 100,000 units, I just put a 1. 200,000 units, 300,000 units, 2, 3, 4, you know how it goes. So I put a 2 here for 200,000 units. And so that's going to trade that. It's going to send a signal through Webhook Trade, right? And whatever you have connected via MetaTrader here, you can see the alerts right here. So like I have this trading a demo on Owanda. So you can see this one's been in a short. So you can see it just took the trade there. Now, this one, at the moment, this isn't trading a very good strategy. I just needed a strategy that fired a bunch of trades so I could make sure that it works for you guys. That one's very easy, setting up with MetaTrader. So it'll automatically trade. Absolutely, brother. You don't have to do a thing, but watch it. Can you check the FVG strat? What's your FVG strat, brother? Do you have videos explaining the process? Yes, on YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. We have a few automate futures right here. 42-minute video. I recommend watching the whole thing. Also, watch the end of it. There's also chapters as well. I have chapters set up for you guys on there, so you can jump to finding strategy, risk management, or setting up automation, and what I use for futures specifically. But prop trading on there, I go over what you need to make sure. If you want to do prop trading, what you need to make sure you have set up, because it's a little different with prop trading. But again, I would recommend, if you want to tweak things further, to bring them into what's it called? Bring them into TradingView and play with them a little more and have some fun. Like really get into it because you can get a little bit more stats and performances. It's utilizing the LuxAlgo indicators for these strategies, all these features. It's utilizing those. What are we at now? Hour 30. I'm not the owner now. I'm the CCO. I've been here since like the beginning of LuxAlgo. I should probably put my name on the streams, but whatever. Yo, welcome, man. If you signed up for the 1 year, welcome. Now's the time to do it. This year, like I said, we have a ton of massive updates planned. I actually had a call yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know. I had a call this week with our developers on what's coming for updates, and it's gonna just get even more intense. Like you're gonna be able to really dive deep into some of these strategies. So hopefully that gets launched in the first quarter, because if it does, I mean, that's why I just tune into the streams, because there's going to be very insane updates. But I won't promise you that this discount will be here. So like as we launch more and more features for the AI, this price might not be $360 for the year. So again, I know a lot of you spend that much on instant funded accounts. Okay, I'm calling you out. I know a lot of you spend that on instant fundeds, but if you want to discover a strategy and build a strategy, really, you can, like I said, you can use the AI as a baseline. So you can bring this over because you know it's been profitable. I could bring it over into the trading view, and I can literally from this, I can add in my own custom take profit, stop loss, trailing stops, percentage ATR based take profit. So it goes based on volatility. I can add in my own custom exit conditions, where if the oscillator, or if you can add in your own stuff, if it's during a certain session, if it's during like you can add in different indicators to the strategy as well. If you really like the MACD, or you really like some of our other indicators that we offer, like you like the opening gap indicator, you could tweak a strategy to only take trades outside of the opening gap. Like you can do anything. You can add, see this in here, you add external indicators. You can get really crazy with it if you want. And you can just use the AI as a baseline. You don't have to use the AI strategies. I gotta take a piss. Ooh, I gotta pee. Yeah, this thing's been popping off on. You right about that? It's been going off on this. Go take a pith. Dang it, Wardo. Bringing back memories, man. Don't you have to trade it forward and demo? What do you mean? What is that? It auto trades for you, brother. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, man, that sell was insane. On CL. I love CL's price action. We need to set up another CL strategy. All right, we have about 20 minutes. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. The AI can do everything. It can send signals for bot trading. You can use it to discover strategies that have to do with the LuxAlgo features. You can literally, picture it as like a sandbox. You can create whatever you want. Or you can build out. You can use the AI as a baseline for finding a profitable strategy or something. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. You can send the signals from the AI to auto trade. You don't have to use TradingView. You can send them directly from here. Okay, I wanted to look at another strategy that I want to set up on mine. It was a 6E one. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been this one. Pull it up. Order block still works. They want to find a... Wait, did that fire a signal already? Interesting. Yeah, this was the 6E one. Was this the one we have going already? Let me see. Subscriptions. M60 BOS catcher. Yeah, I think so. BOS trend catcher, trend strength, ranging. I think it was the other one then. I think it was the this one. Yeah, this was it. Let's pull this one up. Sorry. This one uses exit conditions. So. What up, Ben? What's my ticker of choice? It just comes down to the strategy. I'm about to show you how to automate this one right here. I'm gonna pull in the TradingView first. I just went over this on this stream, so if you can go back in the stream, I recommend doing that. This one. Very, very interesting. This one is a Sorry, I was looking at the information there. I'm gonna copy this to TradingView. Uses the signals and overlays. It's the only toolkit it uses. 6E. So I want to set this one for automation. Yeah, you can easily automate though. The strategies. We want to do it on the... It's strictly using signals and overlays. I'm going to reset this. I think this was the one. On the 5-minute. That pull up. What is this connected to? Okay. This is the one that's been trading 6E. It looks like it's in its biggest drawdown now. How has it been outperforming? Absolutely. It's been it's so funny. The past few days is when it's hit its biggest drawdown. I wonder why, because the dang market went bonkers on it. Look at this daily, these daily candles. That's the only concern. Is that it was going nuts recently. But these strategies are so clean. Let's do Tradovate margin. $2,000 trades on. Why do you want 2,000 trades? That's ridiculous. How many times are you going to send that message? I want to look at RTY strategies. The RTY Type in. The initial it needs is 1,000, which is pretty good. M2K for that. What was the other one? If you're gonna do a live, NGPL. I wish they had a dang micro platinum. We have 6E and 6J, which is okay. We could have this. We could have the Euro JPY trade on 6J. Let's look. I thought we saved the 6J strategy. Do we not? $1.5 profit factor and 100 trades. 2,000 trades on NQ shows robust strategy and shows that strategy is compatible over a long term. That's the thing though, with this you don't have to have that. You don't have to have 2,000 strategies. I showed a strategy earlier that had something like that, and I mean, and it's fine, but again, you don't have to have that. It comes down to how a strategy is performing in the current market, because there's 10+ million of them. So it's like you can just switch strategies in and out for ones that are better in the current market conditions. That's the one thing about having this kind of technology that makes people confused a bit, is it's a new way of using it, of looking at strategies. You no longer have to have one that's been performing in the past, so long as it's performing in the present, if that makes sense. Okay, this was that 6J. The yen right now has not had a big volume spike, which has been good. What was the max drawdown on that 6E? I want to see. That was a 7%. Maybe we find one. Yeah, we need to find one under 10%. Any drawdown under 10%. But you can backtest any strategy for as long as you want. See. You can go back to 77 or whatever. Yeah, leave it. 1977. You can do that on TradingView, but I don't know. To me, it's pointless. Wasn't that the one that we had? Let me see. This one's a little more all over the place, but I like the winning trades. Hopefully when the market settles down on this one, it starts picking up a little bit. It's such a good strategy. This one's not as bad. Some random spikes. Let's do any with at least 150. There's a lot of gold strategies. There's strategies for any major asset. I'm looking right now. We're coming to the end of the stream, so I'm now looking at some strategies I want to set up on my account that I want to update. This one isn't terrible. I just the recent movement that the euro has had, I'm not a fan of. There we go. This one's trading okay in this current market. Let me see. Any with a higher average winning trade than losing trade. Let's see. We can get real into the... I mean, that one's pretty good. This one's been performing just recently, which is good. The past month, it's been very good. Maybe that's what we should stick to. We're going to double check. Can you do a higher RR one? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for. You can ask for much higher Rs if you want. Like, you know, if I go back to some of these, like this one has a 2.6. That's the one we have trading already, I think. This one, that's a 2.6 one. This one has a 4. This is that one, that one that trades the crazy scalp trades in 92%. YM. Wait a second. Wait a second. I haven't checked YM in a minute. I forgot YM's margins though. 1,500. Average winning trade 250. Okay, these are better. Let me pull this one up. The 8K one, yeah. Okay. This one has a lot better average winning versus losing. Still okay profit factor, but not the best. Which so Len, the premium plan doesn't get you the AI right now. At some point, maybe, but did you get the ultimate when you signed up? You're literally, that's the difference too here. Like if you look at this, like the yearly cost from the premium to the ultimate is what, like $50 more? This one's okay. Let me go back to that chat, that last chat that we were on. Because I'm trying to remember which one. So this one, 77, does have the exit conditions? It does. Let's copy this one over. I think this was the one that, yeah, I already have it copied over. I think this was the one that did pretty good over the 365 days. Let's see. I could be wrong, but let's see. The AI I'm using is our new AI. If you go to luxalgo.com/chat, you can check it out. Okay, so this one, maybe it wasn't this one. This one, though, since August of 25, been good. The reason why I don't want to trade this one specifically is right now it's been underperforming a bit. That might have been the other strategy. Let me pull up the other one real quick. PAC signals and overlays. It wants to use the PAC, yeah. So we got to pull up the price action concepts, backtester. And it add the signals and overlays. It needs the catcher. Needs the catcher. Bearish POS. Bearish. Let's see here. And then the good thing is you don't have to understand day trading to do this. You just set up a system and it trades for you. That's the best part. All fully automated just for you. 5 minute. Signals and overlays. It needs the catcher. All right. Catcher. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Trading view. There you go. Yeah, this one too. It's like, see, this is when I was telling people, it's like you'll know when a strategy changes because of how price action changes. So we had a full month, or man, we had months without a spike like this. We just got that spike, and now we are getting like 6E strategies are getting nuked a little bit because the market is changing based on that volatility. But let's go back on this one. I kind of wanted to see. But that's the nice part of the AI. We can find newer strategies to trade. I just wish the 6E. It's probably not worth having 6E trade unless you find a strategy that was profitable during these spikes. Let's do, which we can also do here in a second. Do you offer a free trial? Yeah, go to luxalgo.com/chat. You get like 2 or 3 free chats for now, but you do have a 30-day money back guarantee as well. So from there you can be good. Okay, this one was not the one either. Let me see. I'm trying to think of which one I was using. Great in these current markets, the market's shifting. Maybe it was this one. This one uses normal bullish, trend catcher, bearish, weak bullish confluence. Maybe this one. Signals and overlays, oscillator matrix. Let's bring it back to this one. I would always recommend looking at these, and especially when the markets are changing. Signals and overlays. Oscillator matrix. There you go. Let's see how this one's been doing just recently. Oh yeah, for the automation then, use code LUX at Traders Post. TradersPost.io. That's what I currently am using. For your automation setup. That's what I always use. What did the music change? It did. I was wondering what happened. We have just literally a minute left here on the stream. Let's see, did we get this? Bullish confirmation, bearish catcher. Make sure the catcher's enabled. All right, no, sorry. Is that dang spike, man? The dang spike on the euro causing issues. Let's see what this one. Markets are changing. So what I would do is when you get an aggressive volatility spike on any asset, you would want to pivot a strategy a little bit. So you would probably just turn off that strategy until things settle down a little bit. I was just trying to see if I could, at the moment with the time that we have together, if I could get one that was performing through that spike. Let's see. This one seems off. So yeah, this is one that's been performing since January. Little all over the place. What is it using for the bullish catcher, weak bullish confluence? When I can watch these type of streams. How's the GC one doing? It's insane, dude. It's almost at 10K on that account. I'm a little... we should have had it trade a prop. We should have just set it up on our prop account. This one specifically has been insane. We actually pulled up that strategy earlier. So yeah, we're probably going to pause the 6E one because of the volatility spike. $5,400 on that strategy. It's done in less than a month. $2,500 into 9,000. That's like unreal. Yeah, we'll probably pause on the 6E. Let it trade CL for a little bit. I think CL is the other. CL's market's been okay. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, CL's market's good. No crazy volatility on CL yet. Recently, it's been trading properly. And then we said that the yen maybe. I know we had. So I might actually have it trade Bitcoin Cash as well. That's the other thing I was debating on, because look at this Bitcoin Cash strategy that we found today. This one's a 60-minute. So this one's been trading. This specific strategy has been trading since 23. And it's been phenomenal. I can't backtest it on here because these are... But this one specifically would be good. Since 2023. Would potentially be good to trade on here because we get a nice low initial margin. So it's good for holdings. I was trying to look at the other ones. Litecoin as well. We can maybe find one for Litecoin, or Solana. We could have a trade Solana. How's Bit been looking on here? We can have a trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin futures. BIT. And there's still some gaps on Bit. But we could have it follow a Bitcoin strategy. British pound, M6B. That's another thing, is we could cross check some micro pounds and Australian based ones. Do we have any of the yields? Hold on. I didn't even think about that. Where is it? There it is. No, we don't. Well, we have ZC, ZW, ZS, but those are like crazy margins too. $1 ounce gold. 10Z. Hold on. Brother. Who in the F? The things you find. The things you... Not 4938. I'm so stupid, dude. I'm so dumb. Oh, gosh. Why didn't we see that before? Who the F didn't tell me? Who the F didn't tell me that there's another future underneath MGC? It works on Top Step, yes. Gosh, dang it. There's literally a 1 ounce gold trades the same for 266. All right, well, we're going to set up a gold strategy probably tomorrow. I might do it tonight. Might do that exact gold strategy. That thing's been killing it. It was outperforming gold. The fact that we have a strategy that is outperforming gold is incredible. That's unreal. I can't believe that's even a thing. The problem is I'm gonna put it on the account, and then it's gonna just start. The strategy's gonna get nuked by something. I can't believe they had a 1 ounce. They have a 1 ounce. I'm so dumb. All right, well, we're setting that up. I'm on YouTube as well. Yeah, sure. It can trade for you, man. That's the whole point. You can set up automation to trade for you. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Your boy needs to get going. It's been over 2 hours here. Last few things. First off, you're interested in the strategies and the indicators, being able to automate strategies for whatever asset, or just the indicators in general. Go to LuxAlgo.com right now. You can actually get the ultimate plan for $360. It's 50% off. We just launched this platform with these strategies in November. So you can go in here and you can find whatever major asset you love. You can find strategies for. What these strategies come from is the LuxAlgo indicators. Okay, so it's all of our premium indicators compiled into millions of combinations that are back tested onto against your favorite assets or the most major assets, and then it finds the best combinations with the most profitable strategies. And this AI gives you the ability to find ones with find the combinations that have been profitable based on the statistics you want. So win rate, max drawdown, profit factor, whatever. From there, you can set up alerts to automate through a third party to trade on Tradovate or whatever. Like on here, we have like this gold strategy that's been absolutely killing it to trade here on your Tradovate or your whatever exchange. We also can have it set up to trade on to MetaTrader. You can see here where this account's been, it's just a demo to test out if those signals work, and they do work great. So this trades through MetaTrader as well, all directly from the LuxAlgo website. But you can also replicate these strategies on the TradingView, which what I was doing there for further back testing. If you want to see how it's done for a longer period of time, or if you want to tweak it, because in the back testers on here, you can actually add your own custom take profits and stop loss, trailing stops, ATR, take profits, ATR, stop losses. Whatever you want to do, you can get really crazy with the customization and utilize the AI as a baseline. So you can find what features work, and then from there you could develop a strategy here on TradingView as well. Tweak it yourself. Again, there's a lot of awesome updates coming for the AI, so stay tuned for those updates. But if you do have questions, make sure you join the Discord. It's free. If you do sign up for, or when you sign up for the Ultimate Plan, make sure you also join the Discord. You get access to the Ultimate section here, where you can chat about strategies and work with us to find the best strategies, maybe the best systems. If you have questions and you want to learn more before you sign up for something, send me a DM. Just join the Discord and send me the DM here. Just click my name. My name's Jacob. Send me a DM. To get access to the Discord, you can either Google search LuxAlgo Discord. You can search discord.gg/lux in your browser, or on the website as well. You can go here. Last but not least, another really cool thing is if you go to resources, you go to prop firms, or really any major prop firm. You can use the code LUX to get the best discounts. You can also use the code LUX on all the automation platforms as well to get a discount. But on here, you can see suggested strategies that are from the AI as well. You can go to you can click on the firm like FTMO here, go to strategies here, and you can see different strategies that fit their drawdown parameters that you need. And you can check out those strategies. You can also copy that strategy directly into the AI as well. This is just only going to get more and more advanced this year. Again, this is literally, think of this as 1.0. All right, we have a lot of huge updates coming. Can't wait to share those with you guys. I haven't even been able to play with it. I've been shown them. So I'm very excited to really get into it with you guys and further develop systems that can potentially just trade on its own and you not have to ever look at it at some point. That would be cool. But a lot of fun stuff coming. So again, I don't know when there's going to be a sale like this. Again, you can literally, the ultimate yearly is what you're going to want. It's $360 for the year. I know a lot of you have spent that much on a instant funded account. So again, if you're failing and wasting your money on instant fundings and you want a refresher, you want to find strategies that you can further develop in TradingView and then automate, would recommend getting the 360 for now. The premium is $311 for the year. That's how much we're discounting the ultimate, because we want users to give us feedback and help us build this to be an insane AI platform that allows you to discover and further refine strategies to, create really profitable systems, and just continue to use, it as we update it and give us feedback. So again, that's till the end of this month. So you do have a little bit of time, but not much. So, but besides that, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm planning on being live tomorrow. I'm sorry that I haven't been. There's a lot of other things that I do and work on in the company. So appreciate you for those that do tune in. But man, this last thing I'm going to touch on here says, dude used ChatGPT to build this and wants to sell it. LMAO. This is far from ChatGPT. It uses the GPT-5 engine or Grok or Quen. I'm going to explain this one more time for the people in the back. Essentially what this is, for one, you can upload a chart if you want an analysis on that. That's if you want to do that. Essentially what this is, though, takes all the LuxAlgo premium features, so all these toolkits, the signals and overlays, the price action concepts, the oscillator matrix. It takes all of these indicators, okay? It takes all of the features from these indicators and compiles them. This is an engine we built that GPT talks to, okay? It talks to our database that we have. So GPT is used as an engine to scan through and access the database to return and understand what you want. Most AIs are that way this day and age. But what the engine does in the background, it takes all of our premium features, every single one that you see in all these toolkits, all of these, in all these toolkits. They're all compiled into millions of combinations. And those millions of combinations are put up against your favorite assets. So they're all back tested against your favorite assets. Bitcoin, all Forex pairs, all commodities, all futures, all major stocks, all of these here that are available that say under the what assets you offer. From there, what it does is, when it's back testing those millions of combinations, we use the GPT-5 engine or the Grok engine or Quen. You use that engine on this platform to pretty much browse that database. So essentially, from there, you're utilizing what you want. You type in something like, I need an NQ 5-minute profit. I need an NQ 5-minute strategy with a profit factor of 2 and has 100 trades, or has been profitable since 22, or is on the 5-minute chart or the 60-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. From there, GPT or Grok or Quen is going to go into our database, into that engine that's back testing 3 times a week, all the different assets and the millions of combinations of LuxAlgo premium features, and it's going to try to fit a strategy that you want, whether it's a high win rate or a decent max drawdown or profit factor. It's going to go in there and it's going to search for what you want. Once it finds what you want, it's going to return that. If it can't find it, it'll ask clarifying questions. But from there, then you can do with it as you please. You can replicate it on TradingView, you can customize it, or you can create an alert straight from the website, and it will send you an alert via email, or you can webhook it to Discord like I like to do in here. Or you can set it up for automation to automatically trade, similar to like this one that has been an insane gold strategy that trades automatically. So that's pretty much what it does. But yeah, if you see any other chats like this, more than likely they're just using GPT, but to do chart analysis or whatever. You can do chart analysis with this, and it'll recognize all the LuxAlgo indicators. But you can use any of these engines to scan that database to give you the strategies that you're looking for. That's pretty much what it is. Pretty insane. So yeah, guys. Hopefully I see you in the next stream. But other than that, I will see you in the Discord. So join it and let's chat soon. All right. Peace.